Nothing I can do, just gotta sit it out, wait it out, and hope that she calls me back in 5 days. Oh, eBay, you never fail to amaze me. Welcome back, guys, welcome back to the channel. And this is a little bit of a ranty video. Now, you guys, I'm sure, are aware I'm eBay's #1 fan. Okay, I don't think eBay's perfect by any means, but I also feel they get a lot of things right. I think eBay as a platform is great for the customers it brings to us. I've tried and I've looked at creating your own website before, and trying to drive traffic through Google for that website is a near on impossible task, I believe, unless you are a complete expert in that. Anyway, let me get to it. So, eBay has screwed me over, and it's so frustrating. Let me talk about the situation, talk about what happened, talk about what my plans are next, and also to find out whether you guys have been facing this at the moment. So this is all to do with eBay's feedback system. Now, eBay's feedback system, I've always backed. I think, do you know what? It's fair that we should be doing a good service for our customers, and in return, we should be receiving feedback, whether that be good, bad, or in between, you know, the neutral feedback. Recently, eBay's changed it though, that if someone leaves you a negative feedback, you can no longer call up eBay and get them to remove it. Anytime you try and do so, they try and pass you off to the new feedback removal tool for eBay, the new AI system, and they say you need to go through that way. Anyway, I was left a negative feedback today. Let me go back a little bit. So, a guy ordered a jacket from me, and it is, and I'll flash it up here, it's the Emporio Armani jacket, and it was a GSP order. So for the people who do not know, GSP is the Global Shipping Program, which basically means that we get our item to the hub in the UK, then they will repackage it, well, they're meant to repackage it, and send it off to the customer. So sometimes them GSP orders can take a bit of time, and I understand the customer has to pay quite a lot of postage to get that to them. Anyway, so he ordered an item and opened up a case to say, he opened up the case on the 2nd of May to say the item had not arrived with him. So I responded back to him and said, look, it's a GSP order. I can see from my point of view, the item has received at the hub okay. Now, for further tracking, eBay automatically update that, but I did say to the customer, might be worth you reaching out to eBay to see if they can give you a direct update to how long it's going to be to receive the item. Fair enough, I thought. And the case actually closed today in my favour because it actually showed the item had been delivered. So I re-uploaded tracking. Well, it doesn't let you even re-upload tracking anymore. You go in to re-upload it. I wrote a message in there saying that the tracking indicates the item has been delivered. And I asked eBay to step in today to close the case. So I thought, all well and good, tracking states is delivered. eBay's going to close the case in my favour. Happy days, we'll move on. So that was the first part. Then I get an email from eBay and it states the case is now closed. So I'm going to flash it up here and it says, hello James, we've reviewed the request and have closed it without any refund to the buyer. The case will not affect your seller performance. And just remember that last line especially, the case will not affect your seller performance, okay? All well and good, I thought, okay, the customer's received it. eBay have obviously looked at the case, looked at the tracking, understand it's GSP, seen it's being delivered, case closed. Happy days, move on. Then as I do on a daily basis, I checked my feedback and the customer had left me a negative feedback. Reading this, let me just grab it up here. I will flash it up on the screen so you can see. The feedback says, items showed as delivered, even though I'd not received it. Seller wouldn't help and just messaged to tell me I had to chase the courier myself. Now, the reason I asked them to chase the courier themselves is because it's a GSP order, and by speaking to eBay, they'll be able to have indication of the courier and the details. Anyway, moving on. The courier would not deal with me and further messages were ignored. Now, I received no further messages, so I'm not sure whether he's been communicating with eBay, communicating with a courier directly. I'm not sure about that. Worst experience with an eBay seller so far, which is always disappointing, that last line. Worst experience with an eBay seller so far, because I try and offer my customers a really good service, because guess what? if I offer them a really good service and you offer them a really good service, they will keep coming back to eBay. Now, this person might never use eBay again because of the service he's received. And I take no responsibility to that, I will say. And I'm going to say zero responsibility because it's a GSP order and I've done everything my end that I can do to fulfill the order. Let me know in the comments if I could have done any more. Let me know what you would have done. But I, as a seller, feel I've done all I can to make sure this item arrives to the customer okay. Then we move on. So he's left me a negative feedback. And if you remember what I said in the previous message, eBay said, the case is closed in my favour and the case will not affect your seller performance, which clearly it has. Negative feedback. Next step, I thought this is going to be a simple fix from eBay. Okay, let me call up customer service, explain the situation, mention GSP, explain the case is closed in my favour, and in your email it says it won't affect my seller rating or performance at all. All well and good. Called up eBay or done the help thing where they call you back and spoke to a rep in Ireland, and I thought, okay, Ireland, always a good start. And she said to me that she needs to go and have a look at the case. Can I put you on hold? All the rest of it, blah, blah, blah. So then you get the hold music, and we all know the hold music. I'll bring the sunshine and you bring the wine. And it's the worst music when you're waiting for an outcome. Anyway, so that was playing, couple of minutes wait. You all know the music, by the way. And the rep came back to me and said that she will have to take this offline. And I asked the question, what do you mean take it offline? Like, you can see the case is closed in my favour. You can see they left me a negative feedback as a GSP order. I'm so confused. And she told me that she has to go and speak to another team and she will be calling me back. And it's going to take 5 days for them to look into this. 5 days with a negative feedback on my account. Nothing I can do, just got to sit it out, wait it out and hope that she calls me back in 5 days. Now, I'm frustrated because they say it won't affect your performance, but I have this feeling that anytime you get a negative, anytime you get a return, I feel eBay does punish us. No proof of that, it's just a feeling I have. And the worst case is waiting 5 days now with a negative on my account means that are my sales going to be affected for the next 5 days? Possibly, possibly not, who knows? But I just think it's mad that eBay cannot see this from a human being point of view. Surely they can look at the emails, look at the case, see it's been closed in my favour and just click that remove button or escalate it to a team who can authorise that removal. eBay used to do that and they've stopped doing that. And I'm not sure whether it's because they were receiving many phone calls and it was taking up all their customer service time, whether they are cutting back on staff and they don't want to deal with them issues anymore. So they've pushed it out to like an AI bot, which we all know is good but useless at the same time. So I come away and I was left feeling a bit frustrated with eBay. And like I said at the start of the video, eBay does lots of wonderful things and I only sell on eBay. I'm one of eBay's biggest fans, as you all probably know. But little things like this make you think, where is the control for us as the sellers anymore? Where is the seller protection? And on a side note, when I put the removal request, I actually quoted eBay's policy on the request form as well, stating that we should be protected. I haven't been protected. So 5 days, I've got to wait. Do I think the feedback's going to be removed? I do. I think the feedback is going to be taken down. The rep on the phone even said to me she can't guarantee anything, but she believes it is going to be taken down. But I just feel like I've been completely exposed by eBay. I feel like, yeah, a bit annoyed, as you can tell. Anyway, let me know in the comments section, are you coming up against troubles with eBay at the moment on the feedback side? And how would you feel? What would you do in this situation? How would it make you feel? Also, as well, I'm always open to feedback from people. Could I have done anything else on my end to stop this from happening? What else could I have done? What else would you have done from a GSP order point of view? Let me know in the comments, always keen to hear. But yeah, I feel a bit let down by eBay, I will say. Anyway, boot sale video coming soon. be a bit more of a positive spin on reselling. Some of this stuff happens, but I just want to put it out there and make people aware that although they say it's not going to affect your performance, things happen. Who knows what sales is going to be like the next week or so? Let's have a look. But thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.